Bev, a lot of chances generated today. Obviously, get on the end of one to finish it. Walk away from this game.
Yeah, I think we deserved more out of the game. And I think from an identity perspective and what we've talked about it living in the opposition's half, I think we lived a majority of the time in the opposition's half. I think we created a lot of opportunities. Unfortunately, the ball didn't go back in the back of the net. When we reassess the game and look at different things that we can continue to push on, of course, it's always going to be the flow. One hiccup, they obviously get a goal in the first half. But yeah, I think we deserved more out of the game. That's the reality of it. And that's my take on it.
It's a game like this get more frustrating as it goes on when you know kind of hitting things, but it's just not hitting back to that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's frustrating for sure, but I also think it's a part of the game. Teams are going to still and us still having that urgency along with composure. And being able to execute is really important. But again, it's not a discussion about effort. It's not a discussion about getting in the opposition's half. It's not a discussion about creating quality opportunities. We need to dive through and see, like, obviously where we can be better, but I just definitely feel strongly about us deserving more out of the match tonight. Now, again, this is life and this is football. Sometimes you're going to want things that feel you deserve things that you don't get, and such is life. So I think it's really important that we take the stance on it right now, that maybe we felt differently about what we should have gotten out of the game. But that's the reality. That's football and that's life. We didn't get what we felt that we could have and should have deserved from the game, and we need to carry on. We need to carry on and take the good things, because there was a lot of good things again from this match, and move forward. Because it's okay. You just see it all the time in football. You know, teams have a majority of the ball and don't walk away. So I think as much as we continue to talk about what it was is that we felt we deserved more points out of the match. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think we're still living true to the identity. I think we came out a little bit flat, in my opinion. Energy, a bit more light to what we're doing, but I think the group's really true to the identity. I think they still very much so believe at this point in what we're doing and where we're heading, and I think that's all you can ask of a group. Again, there's nothing about effort. Subs came in, gave great effort in the match, and yeah, unfortunately, we just didn't walk away with any points today.
Coach Aaron talked about just the concept of finishing is really what y'all still need to work on down the stretch here. Kind of talk about where do you see that kind of fitting in with the identity of the team?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, in a game like today, when you're in the half for a majority of the minutes, for a good chunk of the minutes, obviously what we look like in that final phase and continuing to assess where we can be better is going to be our jobs as a staff, and what we reference in this next match coming up against Angel City away.
What did you tell them in the huddle?
Yeah, after the game, it was just, look, I think we all feel similarly. I think we felt we deserved more out of the match. But exactly what I told you guys earlier, we have to move on. We have to move forward. It's a part of life. It's a part of football, and that's the reality of it.
With so many set piece chances today, is that going to be a focus moving forward, or were you happy with the attempts that you had?
Yeah, look, we're going to continue to dive into all those pieces. I think obviously we're going to ask ourselves why the ball wasn't in the back of the net, but I don't think it's based off of people not trying, the lack of effort to get there. I think we just got to continue to analyze it and where we can be better as a whole. And that's what we'll do.
We're obviously supposed to be standing here last night doing this.
Yeah.
Did that change anything, or does it change anything?
Yeah, no, and I think that's the biggest piece. I think it's and when I talk a lot about football, I like to reference life, because I think they go hand in hand, and I think adaptability is a key piece. You're going to prep for a team might present something different. You might prep a certain way for the team, and they execute exactly like how they did, but you always have to be adaptable. And such is life. You can't predict that weather's going to be that bad. You can't predict that will be the circumstances. You just have to be ready to roll with the flow, because I'm a firm believer of those that roll with it and are okay with the adaptability are the ones that usually are successful.